Welcome back to Sweat Equity. Eric Valdez alongside Jules Johnson.
What's good? What's good?
It's getting cold.
It's freezing.
And we just talked about this right now.
It's
Like
freezing.
that.
It's too cold for me anyway. Black.
Yeah. Like, around this time, I remember like in high school, because, football season, like you remember those cold, rainy days in football season? Bro, I hated those things.
Stupid.
And I just told you right now with the Villanova and South Dakota freaking game, 27, like that.
Not going
Bro,
outside.
these dudes are running into heat trailers, those pod container boxes like
Right,
that,
right.
but they're for it's just a heating unit. The whole team running in there,
Bro,
like that.
absolutely.
And like
I would.
the whole stadium too had full of fans. I'm like, y'all crazy, bro.
I'm
I'm
not doing it.
I only like the cold when it's snowing. That's it. That's the only reason I love cold is because it's snowing.
So I like cold because it makes like performance vehicles perform better. But that's it. 'Cause you get like another 3 horsepower out of your car because it's cold
Because it keeps
outside.
the engine cooler.
But other
Bro,
than- I hate being cold.
matter of fact, I don't know. They're all right. Of course, it's Russia. All right, like that.
Jesus.
I was looking on Instagram the other day, and there's this freaking country in Russia or city in Russia, whatever it is. I don't know. And like, if they turn off their cars, all right, they won't be able to turn back on their car until it starts to warm up the next year, like in the next summer. That's how cold it was.
Bro.
I believe it was like negative like 20 something degrees.
No, fam.
Like that. Yeah. Like that. It was crazy, bro.
No.
That like
No. No.
They had to layer up. They had to like 3 to 4 layers, bro.
No.
It was ridiculous.
I'm
I
not
was
doing
like,
that.
I was like,
Bro, I get like, people say when they talk all the shit about Texas they want. But I'm 100% that dude in Texas. Like I wear a hoodie all year round, right? Which is fine, whatever. But when the temperature drops to like 40, I'm like, I'm just gonna stay in the house.
you have to build that up, right? Like that, like it's good to like a way to like how you build up your immune system and stuff like that. It's a great way to also build up, because like acclimating your body to the cold, you have to build that up. And like me and Crystal get invites all the time. All right. Crystal hates when I open the door. Like she likes to keep all the hot, like the heat and stuff from the shower in the restroom. You know what I mean?
Okay.
For me, like I don't care. Like when I'm done showering, I hop out, dry off, freaking put my underwear on, open the door, and I, like that. Like sometimes I just freaking open the door and just walk straight to the to the room to
that
go
weird
get
military
like that.
shit, bro.
You know what I mean? I don't care. You know what I mean? It's like it's not like the temperatures are dropping from like 90 all the way to 60. Just because you stepped out of the restroom from the shower.
Nope.
Bro, she hates any little bit of cold drift coming into the restroom, and so she's doing that with Mateo. And I'm like, babe, I'm like, all right, like my son's not gonna be a bitch, like oh well, she gets so mad at me,
Bro.
You know what I mean?
Are
you like that?
I 100. Well, so.
But, and keep in mind too, she has one of those. She has the electric heater going on in the restroom too as well.
Okay, yeah, I'm not doing that.
She does that.
That's a lot. I like the hot shower, but see, the other thing is, I like the hot shower, but I don't like the steam room.
Nah, she is full on steam room.
So
bro.
I like hot shower, and then I want to get in and get out because the steam air's too thin. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yeah,
thick as fuck in there.
yeah.
All right?
I'm like,
Yeah.
there's not enough oxygen in the room. Like I need to get the fuck out
All
of
right,
here.
and then look, going back to like building that up with the cold and stuff like that. All right, again, one of them Russian countries, bro. Like there's video footage out there and stuff like that you can look up. All right, where like mothers, freak that going out and doing daily errands and stuff like that, grocery shopping. They'll just park their freaking their stroller out in front. And this is a common thing because you'll see a row of it, like 4 or 5 fucking strollers with babies in there. Yeah. The babies are dressed up and have a blanket on like that, but they just let them just chill out there while they go shopping like that. You know, they don't care. Like it's like there's no sense of like someone's gonna run off with your baby or anything like that. But
Well,
like
that's good. But
like that, yeah. But like, you know, I'm like
it's
they
cold,
do that because they're training like that. And I believe also like in the schools over there too. This is what I heard is that like during recess time like that, instead of going out and playing and stuff like that, like these kids like they love going out there and like, you know, just getting a bucket of water and just pouring on their head, you know, like that, and playing it like that. You know,
I'm not doing
And,
anything.
you know, like would you ever do a polar plunge?
Like the swim.
Yeah, like, you know, when they go like in Alaska and stuff like that, and they dip into and then they have to swim under and then come back up. Like,
I mean, I've done the legit ice bath, like tub full of ice.
How long?
Get in it. Like a minute, 2 minutes.
that's it,
Yeah.
bro. When I would do mine, I would do it for like 20 to 30 minutes.
Well, so here's the thing about the ice baths though. That suck is after a while I feel like you're wasting your time because the ice starts to melt. Like if you don't have a lot of ice,
Yeah.
to keep it cold. Like once the ice melts, I'm like,
honestly,
eh.
like that's where people make the mistake. They're like, oh, I need this shit at fucking like, you know, negative 20 degrees. Like, no, you really don't. You just need it at like 30, 40 degrees like that, and your body's gonna freaking do what it has to do to recover.
Bro, once it
You
gets
know what I mean?
cold, I'm like, I mean, once it starts getting like, I'm like, man, whatever. But I also, you know, what we talked about actually like the cryo shit, but I just don't, man. Cold is just not. And now here's the other thing about cold though, which is weird. I hate cold,
Yeah.
but if it's cold outside, like I'm like, it's supposed to be cold outside.
Yeah.
So I don't. It doesn't bother me as much. I hate
you're
it,
inside.
and I want to go inside.
Yeah.
But I'm like, it's supposed to be cold. But when the temperature's uncomfortable inside, bro, I'm a nightmare. If it's too cold inside, if it's too hot inside, I'm a fucking hell demon. Because I can't, because I control it. Like it's supposed to be like, who touched the fucking AC? like I'm that dude.
I get it.
Yeah, because I can't. I don't know. Fuck that. It's cold outside.
Yeah, I mean, freaking. I feel like next week is gonna, you know, start to really drop down into back into the 40s and the 50s because it's been hot all this week, you know, like that and humid, and then that all that rain yesterday. You got that rain coming in from Florida, right? Or where'd you just come from?
Vegas.
Oh, I thought it was in Florida.
No, it's Vegas, bro.
Yeah. Well, congrats on your third place. You know,
man.
World no gis. When's the last time you did gi? I mean no gi. I'm sorry.
Bro. 2015, bro.
2015.
2015. I was just, but you know the thing is like
You won 2 matches though, right? I thought
I won one match.
One match.
It was 3 fights to go.
Okay.
I got through the qualifier, lost in the semis. But the thing about it that's weird is like I kind of go like we've had the conversation. I'm like, you know, oh, you know, you haven't done no-gi. Like I don't train no-gi, but I'm
you
like,
told me there was not that much expectation.
But
you know what
but
I
I train jiu-jitsu.
Yeah,
you
it's
know
still
what I'm saying?
jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, I train jiu-jitsu, so I'm kind of like
kind of alter your grips a little bit.
yeah. I was like fuck, but bro. I mean, it was a really good event, bro. Like it was there.
Are you gonna do it again? That sounds like a no.
Well, it's funny because I was like, man,
You gotta get that
I
first,
may need
bro.
I may need to start like incorporating some more no-gi in my training. Like, you know, maybe do a week or two
Yeah, bro.
day or two
You've
of
been
no-gi.
pulling guard a lot. You've been hanging out with men too much. So I need you to get back on your wrestling,
bro. You know I need the thing about so when you're heavier,
Yeah.
right, and you got all those people around you, I'm like, I don't want to go for a scramble and then because it would be just my luck that I'd land on a rooster rate.
You get under. Yeah.
Yeah, I know I'd land on a rooster rate, like trying to wrestle. Then you know you're training and you like land on some rooster rates and crush some kid's skull, and I'm like, let me just pull guard so I can hurry up and get to the ground. But man, I would probably. I'm thinking that I'll probably do some more no-gi tournaments, bro.
Yeah.
I think I'm probably gonna do some more.
Yeah, just
no-gi
do a
tournaments,
couple, you know, like that, and like, you know, just kind of split up your season.
Bro.
You know, where like half the season, like the beginning of the year is obviously for gi, and then the
Right.
later the years is everything for no gi. And bro, I'm kind of seeing that this is the year for no gi because a lot of people that you've seen, freaking that were primarily dedicated just to gi, I've seen them all transition this year to no gi. You know what I mean? Big names, you know, like that.
Huge names,
It started
bro.
with Titan Dalper, you know what I mean? And
Huge
yeah,
names, bro.
Yeah.
But I think, like we were talking about before, I think that transition, and they really need to do something about this. Crown is a good start, but But I think their transition is financial, bro. The money's in no-gi.
Yeah,
The money's in no-gi.
and that makes a lot of sense of why you're seeing that, because I'm like, Mikey, taking the lead and freaking doing so great like that. The Ty Rotolo brothers, are there too. You're seeing Tommy Lancaster, freaking who else is another one? You got other big names like Hanato Kanuto and stuff like that been over there and competing and actually freaking getting prize money. Yeah, and so like, where's the Givens that are paying out like that?
Right.
Yeah, I get it.
People are making money with it.
You're not getting 50. I think it's $50,000 bonuses, right?
Right.
For like subs of the nights and stuff like that. Like, that's a good just a bonus. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a huge chunk of change.
Yeah,
so people are going after it. So. It's cool. As a matter of fact, recently, so it's just funny. Did you watch the UFC the other night?
No.
Okay. So the women's strawweight match, can't remember which one it was Talita Alencar versus.
Yeah, you've been talking about her. Yeah.
Versus Rianne Dos Santos.
Mm-hmm.
You know who Rianne Dos Santos is?
No.
Colton England's wife.
Yeah, you were telling me the other day.
Yeah. And so
how did that play out?
So. It was really, really weird. Alencar won.
Yeah.
Rianne definitely had if you look by the numbers.
Yeah.
More strikes, more this, more. Yeah.
That's why I asked you last time you brought her up. I was like, is she working on her striking though?
She had more strikes here, but she had one of 9 takedowns.
Yeah.
But she had 7 minutes of control or some ridiculous number like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it ended up being that the judges that were looking at put more weight on the ground control than they did on the striking, which kind of sucks because it's just kind of the luck of the draw, what judges you get, how impressive your striking is. I mean, a lot of times
styles make matches. So I'm like, if you're not well rounded on those things, so
both jiu-jitsu black belts though. So it's pretty impressive. But sometimes you'll look at the numbers and you'll be like, this person landed more strikes, more significant strikes, but they give it to the other person because the person that landed more strikes, their nose was bleeding. One punch opened up, but it doesn't take a lot to open up a cut.
Yeah, especially if you're a bleeder. There's a lot of people out there that just bleed. A
lot of scar tissue. Doesn't take a lot to open up a cut, and then, but you end up. So anyway, it was a good event.
So let's go back to Nogi Worlds for you and stuff like that, because I know we were talking about this last night when you got back and stuff like that, and you felt like there was a strength factor and endurance wise, and obviously an age is a thing and a factor too, like that, and so I went back. And I was telling you about some, because these are just vitamins. You can go into your local pharmacy, like that, and then go into the vitamin section like that, and freaking pick this up today if you want to, like that, And I was telling you about this. I gave you 3, all right, and I'm gonna mention them right now, and then there's another one too, all right. And so the number 1 that I was telling you off the bat was ashwagandha, all right, ashwagandha.
That's the mushroom, right?
It is a mushroom.
Right.
All right, like that. And I believe 2 of them are mushrooms and 1 is a powder. So ashwagandha is the mushroom, all right? It helps build testosterone. It's a testosterone booster, all right? And then an anxiety reliever, like that, stress and anxiety reliever, like that, especially when you're getting up, in your mid-30s, 40s, and 50s, like that. Obviously your natural testosterone is starting to dip, and you don't have that much free testosterone, like that. And then another thing, a big thing about it, all right, because other than your free testosterone, and then that you have, especially that is dipping it, like, all right, the bigger part about it as well is your androgen receptors, all right. And so this is a lot of things. This is something that I really explain to a lot more people now, because I'm getting more privy to it and educated on it and stuff like that, because it's, let's just say, like, all right, let's just put it in just simple terms, all right. You have 100 freaking 100 testosterone, like that, and then but those testosterones, when you're trying to use them, they have nowhere to really latch on to really absorb up. So those hooks and those latches that you need are those receptors.
Right.
Okay, you understand that?
Right.
So the more receptors you have, all right, the better off the testosterone that you do have is going to latch on, you know, to it. So, you know, just make it in simple terms, all right, like that. All right, because I still really don't understand everything about it, you know, like that, you know. So, but the thing is that, you know, with ashwagandha, that's what it does. It really boosts your testosterone, your androgen receptors as well. So you're going to have more, you know, more hooks, so to speak, for the testosterone to latch onto, so you can use more of it. You know what I mean? So if you don't have any hooks for it to latch on, but you have a shitload of fucking testosterone, like what's the point?
What's the purpose?
Yeah, like that. You know what I mean? So you got to make sure you have at least something to attach onto. So, you know, ashwagandha is one. All right, moringa powder is another one. All right, which is another testosterone booster. You know, stress reliever, like that, and then and lion's mane. Lion's mane is another one. Yeah,
bro.
Like that. You know, so all of these are testosterone boosters. You know, stress, anxiety relievers, and one of them, I swear, maybe it's gonna hit me in a little bit. Like that, but you know, they all serve its own purpose, and these are all vitamins. They're not supplements, anything. You can go to your local pharmacy, you can go to the vitamin section like that, look them up, and you know, pick them up today like that, you know. So, you know, those are great ways. And me personally, you know, I've been consistent on freaking on my creatine. You know, I highly recommend that to every single body. You know, freaking teenager, you know, freaking, you know, in your prime or you're getting older like that, not just for the benefits of, you know, ATP production, which is gonna, you know, help give you more energy, like that. Like, it's something that I really have to explain to people. Like, oh, it's like, you know, it gives me energy. I'm like, you know, it builds muscle. I'm like, no, it doesn't build muscle. All right. What it does for you is you know, it provides more energy for you. All right, you know, through ATP production. Like that, because, you know, ATP, you know, is energy. When you expand it, it breaks off and turns into ADP. So adenosine triphosphate turns into adenosine diphosphate. Like that. So 3 molecules turn into 2 molecules. Well, creatine, with the production of creatine, or the more that you're taking with creatine, like that, because it's already created in your body itself. Like that, you're supplementing more of it. You know, that creatine is gonna latch onto that ADP, turn back into ATP, and then in the cycle, you know, continues more, where you're able to go longer, faster, you know, harder in the gym like that. And because you're going longer, faster, harder in the gym like that, then that means,
What?
Yeah. All right. You know, you're building more. You know what I mean? Yes. Okay. Pause on all that. Yeah. So yeah, you know, because you have more energy.
I'm rocking the creatine monohydrate.
That's all it is. Don't go with the super creatines and stuff like that, or the freaking all the, you know, shiny little bottles like that. You know, freaking just creatine monohydrate. Look at the back of the label. All right, it literally just needs to have one ingredient, and guess what that ingredient is? Creatine monohydrate. That's all it is. You know, if it has anything else in there, it's a red flag. Put that shit back on the shelf. Go look for another brand. You know, that's all it is. So creatine is always in my stack all the time. You know what I mean? Then right now I'm messing with ashwagandha like that. I haven't gotten into the lion's mane or the moringa powders or anything like that. I do want to see how but I felt a big difference, you know, of my energy wise, you know what I mean, like that,
with ashwagandha?
Yeah, with the ashwagandha, you know, because even, you know, through creatine like that and just getting my regular workouts, like I would always have a sense, you know, a feeling in the back of my head where like it's like I'm kind of dreading it, like, all right, I know I need to be disciplined, let me go ahead and freaking knock this out. But I was consistent for about a good 4 to 6 weeks with the ashwagandha, all right, like that, and like I could tell midway about week 3, you know, 2, 3, like that, like I wanted to do my workouts. That, like, I really felt that you know, like that. And so I haven't been on it. You know, I got sick and I got off of it. I haven't been consistent with it, but like that. But now that I'm feeling a lot better like that, I'm gonna get back on the cycle and freaking and get more into like that. And then there's another one. So that's going to be a highly rated, you know, testosterone booster, ashwagandha, out of all those 3 I'm talking about. There's another one too, and I need it's such a weird word. I can let me see if I can find it. And then and I'll also mention another, because I'm Shilajit. I don't even know how to spell that. Shilajit. It's an Indian herb. All right, look it up. See if you. I have no clue how to spell that, and I'm pretty sure it starts with a G instead of a C or something like that. Shilajit. All right. It's an Indian herb. All right, and it's studies are showing that it's even improves testosterone boost even more than what ashwagandha is naturally. All right, you got that?
Wait, is it SHILAGIT?
I have no clue how to spell this. This is Shilajit.
This is. It says it looks. This looks like what you're pronouncing.
Yeah, and what like put Shilajit Indian herb like that. Look that up
because it says it is yeah, that's from India.
Yeah.
It's
so it starts
Indian
with an
time.
S.
Yeah.
How do you spell it?
You spell it so it's SHILAJIT.
Shilajit. All right, yeah. Shilajit. Okay, like that. It's an Indian herb. All right, and see if you could put up. I want to see it. You know, like that. Put up an image of it.
It also
like that
says it's
because they said that
wang.
it's where they found it. All right, is on mountainside, tar-like substance. Okay.
What?
Yeah. So they find it a mountainside and it's a tar-like substance.
Wow, bro.
You got an image of it? And so this just begs the question for me, bro. Like who's going on the side of a mountain and be like, bro, that looks tasty. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, it looks like coal.
It looks like coal.
Yeah, that's crazy.
This is wild.
Who's going on the side of the mountain and be like, bro, I'm hungry. I want to eat some of that. Bro, that looks crazy. That looks like fucking venom. Like, you know, the little fucking glob of, you know.
Right, like he's about to jump into your body.
Yeah, it's about to jump into your throat and fucking turn you into venom.
Bro, this is $100.
Is it?
Well, this one particularly, because it's gummies.
Yeah,
so
what brand is that gummies? Because the people I'm heard they're telling me, they're like, hey, this shit's like
Neutrotronic.
There's the people that I heard it from, they said it tastes like ass, bro. You know what I mean? And they said that there's a gummy out there right now that actually, you know what, it tastes pretty good, and like you can, you know, it's edible. You know what I mean? You're not just, you know, chowing it down. Look at the benefits. What's the benefits on there like that, you know?
So that's what I was looking at. They said it's known to increase testosterone levels, but it says that it can help let's see, energy and vitality, good for the wang, helps reduce fatigue and improve
anything
endurance.
That's good for the wing. Hey, okay, so I'm happy you just said that, all right? Because have you heard of this one too? All right. It's called horny goatweed.
Yeah, I've heard of horny goatweed.
This is an actual herb. It's called horny goatweed. All right, it boosts your libido. So everything that I've said so far right now, out of, you know, lion's mane, shilajit, moringa powder, ashwagandha, and now this like that, it's you know, these are all more privy to the males, you know, like that. I really haven't heard much about it for like females, you know, because it's not like females are really trying to boost their testosterone or anything like that.
Right.
You know, I'm sure the horny goatweed would be benefiting for them to boost their libido, like that. For sure, you're getting up in age and you're suffering from that. So yeah, you know, all of this, you know, it's it's in that realm of that testosterone boosting, anxiety, stress relieving, you know, libido pumping, and you know, all that, you know, like that. So, you know, look into it, guys, like that. You know, this is all natural herbs and vitamins like that. You can go to your local pharmacy and pick it up today. You know, if it's something that you're interested, you know, I'm always a big advocate about creatine as well, and like that. This is a daily supplement, you know, that you should be taking often, not just for muscle building benefits and recovery like that. It's also one of the heavily studied supplements out there that actually they're starting to see studies that is if you take 10 milligrams of it consistently, it starts to enter the blood-brain barrier.
Which one is that?
Creatine.
Yeah.
Creatine, the blood-brain barrier, where it actually starts to benefit more for your cognitive abilities, like that. So, so if you're getting older and stuff like that, and you're really trying to stay a lot more sharp, like that. And that's another thing too. Mental focus. I believe moringa powder does that for you. Or lion's mane is mental focus, where you just sharp, like that. Like, if you're having problems like being focused and like, you're always distracted and stuff like that, it gets you mentally focused on that stuff.
So this is, and I've never seen this one before, but you just mentioned they say that the horny goat weed might have some of the same effects as estrogen. And might increase the blood levels of estrogen in some people. So, and they say that
well, that's a big reason why
but
you might have
women with they say that it health problems after menopause, it may be good to take horny goat weed.
Yeah.
But if you see, it seems kind of weird, because if you're a dude and you produce a high amount of estrogen, normally, and then you take horny goat weed, you may end up with.
Well, that's why I would counteract that more for testosterone.
With more
All right, and this is what's going to get into our subject right now for sure. Like that, and the best thing, all these are great, additions to your diet, like that. As if you're, you're on top of your strength training, Strength training is number one. All right. There's nothing better. All right. And more proven out there. If you're lifting weights, heavy weights, that you're going to build more testosterone for sure, especially as a man, like that, so, and the supplements on top of that, cause that's what they are. They're an addition to what you're doing. That with meaning, your exercise, your strength training exercises, your diet and nutrition, eating right, and then sleeping. Those are always first.
The main three.
Yeah. The main, and hydration, drinking water, like those four, like that. Don't come talk to me about, what do you think about this and this and that. Well, like, are you doing these things first?
Are you sleeping?
Yeah.
How many hours are you sleeping?
Yeah, you getting your 6 to 8 hours. Are you freaking in tune and aware enough of how many calories you're putting in? Are you getting your protein in first? Like that. Are you drinking enough water? Like that. Like that. Are you consistently working 2 to 3 times a week? You don't got to be an average freaking gym goer 7 days a week and stuff like that. But like, if you're not doing those things, like, none of this shit fucking matters anyway.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that.
Right.
You gotta balance. You gotta balance all that shit out first, and then if you want to make sure to heighten it, and really take it to the next level like that.
Then you supplement.
Yeah.
What you're doing right.
Yeah. Exactly, for sure. And so this is what's gonna get in to me. All right. Study. All right. Out of Stanford University. Okay. So, hey man, we're getting close, man. New year, new me, right? That's what everybody freaking. It's almost time for all those Instagram posts.
Everybody's gonna post it. New year, new me.
New year, new me. Okay, right. and with that, what I want to say is, all right, new year, new me, right? Okay, cardio is not going to be your best bet to lose that weight.
Never been a huge fan of cardio, bro.
All right. And so, and I'm explaining right now, right? So study goes, this is it Stanford? Yeah, Stanford University put out a study, okay? And they did a 90-day, let me read this real quick. 200 people, 9-month exercise routine, all right, with 200 people diagnosed with type 2 diabetes who participated in a 9-month routine. All right. And they split up those people. All right.
Okay.
They had one group that did nothing but cardio.
Okay.
They had one group that did nothing but strength training. And they had one group that did a combination of both strength training and cardio.
Okay.
What group do you think burned the most fat and built the most muscle?
Oh, strength training.
Strength training alone.
Strength training. 100%.
All right. They came above all of them for, from the cardio group, the cardio and strength training group. All right. Strength training. So let me go ahead and read through this article right here. like that. A study was a study has found that those that did strength training lost more fat and better blood sugar maintenance. Those that did cardio and a combination of both cardio and strength training. Researchers from Stanford University looked at nearly 200 people diagnosed with type 2 diabetes who participated in a 9-month exercise routine of strength training, cardio, or both. All right. The journal, the findings showed that the group that went through the strength training exercise had better progress doing workouts such as shoulder presses, leg presses 3 times a week compared to those who utilized treadmills, ellipticals, and stationary bikes. All right. The benefit of strength training just made everything in their life easier. This was what Melissa Boyd, a certified trainer that was helping out with the study, said. The strength training group lost fat, gained muscle, and had more consistent blood sugar levels than any other group. Losing weight happens when you're in a calorie deficit, like that, obviously, which means that you're losing more calories in than you're outputting more calories than you're inputting in. However, cardio and strength training work hand in hand for longevity, since it's important to have muscle and strong bones. All right. In addition to lungs and health that work properly, one workout of strength training might have not start off as a.
See, I feel like when you talk about cardio.
All right, yeah, that and everything else is just filler for that.
I feel like cardio is. I feel like that's endurance. I don't feel like it's like you can.
If you want stamina endurance, of course, go ahead.
Because I've seen people we've all seen people. We've all been to Memorial. You've all seen people run marathons, and you look at a guy running a marathon, you're like, that guy's not necessarily in the best shape.
A marathon runner? Yeah. It's funny because, all right, people train like the marathon runner, all right? Like that, quintessential black Ethiopian skinny guy like that, all right?
The Kenyans?
Yeah, Kenyan guy, all right? They train like that. But you know who they want to look like? They want to look like the Olympic sprinter.
Right.
All right. That has abs, big legs, freaking muscular and stuff like that. Like, no, this guy's doing sprints, 100, 200 meter sprints. All right. Within duration of each other. Right. This guy is doing freaking
He's
3,
running for hours.
6, 12, 24 miles, for freaking 30 an hour, 2 hours. And so it just begs the question, when in your entire life right now, or like you're doing anything for that long of a duration, if why are you training like that,
bro? I don't have any reason to lift 400 pounds. And I have no reason to run 20 miles. They're like
I just want to be in the middle.
Just to get normal.
I have a certain weight, that I want to get to, like that. I want to maintain and lift, consistently with like that. Well, I just want to be able to squat 225 freaking at will, whenever I want.
Right.
I want to be able to deadlift 315 whenever I want, like that. And I do want to get to, for my bench press, I do want to get to a point where I am, working out about, 225 as well. I want to be like that. That one is a little bit more tough than anything. I'd be happy like 205. You know what I mean? Right. Like that. But but those none of those are gonna ever be my, I don't want those to be my PRs. I just want to be able to work out with those. And then I know my PR is gonna be like way above that, but it's like I have no need to really search and find my PR every month or every week. Like that.
Bro. So I feel like this is gonna sound really bad, but I feel like if you walk into a room and you may get into a fight with somebody, right? Like you're like,
that's why I do jiu-jitsu.
You're like, hey, this guy, okay, that guy may be 250. That guy may be 205. Okay, I feel like, I probably need to move those people around. Yeah, I'm not gonna go into a room and be like, that dude looks like he's 405. I probably need to kick his ass. No, I don't. I don't. I have no reason to. He's way too fucking big. I'm not gonna fight this guy. So that's just kind of the way I look at it. And then I look at it like jiu-jitsu. Like, hey, this is your weight class, 160. Yeah. I need to be able to move around 160. Yeah. 160 with pressure against me, okay, 200 pounds. Yeah. I need to be able to move that around.
And consistently too.
Consistently. Yeah. Other than that, nah. Maybe I compete in absolute. Okay. That may be closer to my PR, but you know what? I don't need to be able to do that consistently.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
And so let's go to this study now. Let's think about, all right, let's start with the cardio group. You know what I mean? Because this is the main one that, man, it just gives me so many headaches, you know what I mean, of trying to really convince somebody. You know, I'm like, look, you've been on this journey, all right, on and off. All right, you haven't seen any type of freaking, you know, progress or like any type of change, but yeah, you're always relying on it. And why? All right, I'm gonna tell you why. It's because when they first did it, they saw this huge freaking change in their life, you know, 2-3 months, you know, like that. They started running, you know, and exercising and stuff like that. They dropped all this weight, and now they're searching, you know, freaking 2, 3, 4 times more, you know, trying to get back to like, you know, finding those losses again.
They want that high again.
Yeah, they want to see those losses again, you know, like that, you know. And then they come to me and I'm like, bro, the cardio is not working for you no more. All right, well, we need to do, all right, because like it's like, you know, they come in me and they're like, I want to lose weight. And then and I'm like, I started asking the questions. I'm like, what you been doing? Cardio? All right, that's awesome, you know, and now you're on a plateau. Okay, well, you know what we have to do? Let's go on a bulk. All right, let's boost up your metabolism. All right, get that thing revved up. Let's start lifting some weights. Oh no, I told you I want to lose weight. You're stupid. Bye. You know what I mean? I like what you've been doing is starving yourself, running fucking hard as shit, you know, an hour freaking every day like that. And now your body's in survival mode and it's holding on to every little freaking thing that you give it, like every little thing that you give it. And then mostly probably is, you know, whatever you give it, the little amount of food that you give it is highly processed food.
Right.
That's exactly why you're not losing weight. So now we have to really re-engineer everything that you've been doing, all right, and then freaking and elicit a different result. And what's going to be doing is everything that you're not doing. You're not eating a lot. You're not probably focused on your protein. You're not trying to build muscle, all right, like that. You know, to lose all this weight and freaking and things. Like people don't really understand, you know, the big benefits of freaking building muscle and longevity term and long wise, you know, what it can do for you.
You know, not even. Let's just pretend that none of that matter. People don't understand the way that everything works. Mm-hmm. If it was just about walking.
Yeah.
We walk all the time.
All the time.
You would just lose weight by doing shit that you do normally.
Yeah.
Right? But it's not the way it works. Everything is going to need to have a change in order, because you're always going to, you lift weights. The reason that lifting weights is so beneficial is because lifting weights is the easiest thing to come out of a plateau. You just add more plates.
Yeah.
It's the easiest way. Like you just, like I'm throwing up 135, you know, 20 times in a row. Okay. Put a 10 on both sides.
Yeah.
It's the easiest way to overcome that plateau. It's if you can run 10 miles, right? Like you just run 10 miles. It's hard to overcome the plateau that you get to on the 10, because now you have to start running like 30 miles.
And it's because like with cardio, all right. So let me give you a prime example. All right. This is a female that a client of mine back in the day like that. I took her on from a different trainer. Her trainer ended up leaving. And then so I took her on and like, you know, and like I'd never even met this girl, you know, like that. It was the first week of me training her and stuff like that. And off the bat, just asking her questions and our initial workout and stuff like that, I guessed her whole freaking like workout life journey right there in that one session. Right. I was like, the reason that, you know, and I laid it out to her like this. The reason that you're not losing weight is because, you know, you're 20 something old freaking you know, Jane gets off at work at 3:00 every day. You go to the freaking Memorial Loop and run your 3 miles at freaking 3:15 every day. All right. And I'm guarantee you the first 2 months that you saw some excellent freaking progress. You know, you lost probably about 10 to 15 pounds. Yep. Like that. Your 3 mile run probably went from like, you know,
12 minutes to 10 half.
Your 3 mile run, not 1 mile run. Yeah. Your 3 mile run probably went from 45 minutes down to 35 minutes or something. You probably shaved off 10 minutes off of it like that.
Yeah, you were
you know,
3 miles in 12 minutes.
And freaking
the fucking flash.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and so like, yeah, she was like, oh my God, yeah, that's exactly what and then now you're freaking 3-4 months into your journey and now you hit a plateau. You're not losing any more weight. You know what I mean? Well, how much are you eating? Oh, I don't really eat that much. You know what I mean? I have a coffee and a bagel in the morning. I'll probably have some chips and a soda freaking for lunch, like that. And I'll probably have some spaghetti, or, you know, maybe pick up something from McDonald's for dinner. That is everybody's typical the average American freaking diet. I can tell you right there.
Terrible. Bro.
It really is, bro.
That
it really
sounds terrible.
Like I like every time I talk to somebody and they start to, you know, in my mind they start to check off this, you know, the boxes, you know, like, yep, I've heard this before. Yep, I heard that before. I can automatically guess what their fucking diet is. All right, it's fucking coffee and a kolache. All right, it's probably fucking, you know, a soda and some chips, you know, from the vending machine, like that. Oh my God, you know, maybe so some Jack in the Box or a Whataburger, you know, if they can get to it, you know what I mean, like that. And then it's whatever mom makes, or, you know, freaking another fast food freaking restaurant, you know, at dinner, you know, like that's what it is. You know what I mean? So now you're okay. And I even told her, I went through her whole workout routine like that. I said, I bet you when you first started working out and you're running, all right, you were probably burning in excess about 600 to 800 calories in that workout.
Right.
All right. It's novel to you. You've never done it. You're getting into it like that. That's exactly why, you know, you saw that huge, you know, a boost of weight loss, you know, in the first time. You know, your body's freaking out. It's going into survival mode like that, you know, and like that. So it's expending all these extra, you know, these calories, putting you in a calorie deficit, because now you haven't done none of this stuff before like that. Well, now 3-4 months are down the line, and now your body's used to it. It knows that you're Jane getting off at 3:00, gonna run your freaking 3 mile at 3:15. Right. All right. And it knows that freaking, you know what? All you need is only 200, 300 calories now. All right. I've been in this state before. I don't need to freak out. I'm not gonna die. Freaking, here's only 200 calories.
Here's what you need.
It's all you need for the energy for the 3 miles, like that.
That's it.
Like that. You see?
That's it.
Now, because your body is the most efficient, smartest organism out there.
Best machine going.
All right. It really does. It's going to adapt to those situations, and that's exactly why she hits those plateaus. All right.
Best machine.
So
going.
I had her, man. I want to say I probably had her for like a good 2-3 months.
Okay.
You know what I mean? To finish out her sessions, you know, from her last trainer and stuff like that. And I was like, look, this is what we're going to do. We're going to get you meal prepping. We're going to start to focus more on protein, all right, like that. And we're going to start to lift heavy. She was scared at first, bro. But once we actually started implementing the routine and stuff like that, and started really focusing more on the weights on the bar and not the weight on the scale, like that, bro, it was like almost an addiction to her, bro. She loved lifting heavy. Bro. You know what I mean? I can't tell you how many times that I've converted, you know, females' mindsets, you know, from, oh, I just want to do cardio like that because I need to get my beach body, you know, that way, to where like now they freaking start lifting weights, you know, and start focusing more on the weight scale. And every like 6 weeks I would come back and really hit like do a little PR check, you know, to show them, because like, you know, they don't see it in their body. You know, that's going to be the last thing they see, you know, freaking, you know, like their physique changing and stuff like that. Right. But because that's all subjective anyway, you know what I mean? They're looking at themselves in the mirror every single day. They're around me every day, and freaking their husband or their friends all the time like that. So they don't really see those subtle changes quick. You know what I mean? And it's not until that one person that you haven't seen in months are like, oh my God.
Holy shit, what just happened?
Yeah, what you been doing? You know, you look fabulous. And then, you know, like no one wants to wait, you know, freaking 3-4 months to finally have one person tell you that. But I tell you what's not subjective, all right, is that weight that's going on, all right, where you're sliding on 2.5s, you know, freaking 1 week. And then now you're sliding on 5s in the next week. And then now you're sliding on 10, you know, and it just keeps going up and building and building. That's not subjective. All right, that right there is instant gratification, day by day, week by week, month by month.
It's a result you can see now.
And then to change, when I finally would, you know, those women, the lights both turns on, and they're like, man, you know, I have a lot more energy. I'm eating more. I'm starting to look good. My clothes ain't fitting. All right, my clothes ain't fitting, not because freaking I'm getting fat.
That's the one.
All right,
that's this shit here.
You understand? Yeah, you understand like how many times like I've had several women like, oh, I had to go shopping for new clothes like that because my shit is not fitting right and it's too loose.
Right.
All right. And it's not because they're doing a shitload of fucking cardio. No, it's because they're lifting weights now. You know what I mean? They're building muscle, and that muscle, all right, don't fall into the myth that fat turns into muscle or muscle turns into fat. Those are totally two separate things.
It'll never happen.
Yeah,
it'll never happen.
Totally like that.
It'll never happen.
All right, but I'm telling you, muscle is such an expensive tissue. Okay, there is no room for fat when you're building muscle.
Now,
all right?
what is it? Now the thing that muscle weighs twice as much as fat.
It's a lot. It's more dense.
It's way more dense.
Yeah,
that makes sense. But muscle doesn't.
And that's what like really like the clients that harp on the weight scale. All right. I like anybody that trains with me, I don't even let them touch a weight scale. I don't even look at a weight scale. I'm like, you fucking throw that shit away. All right, like that, because it's real disheartening to them when they want to see that instant gratification every single morning when they wake up and look at the weights. And they're like, oh, I gained 5 pounds. I'm like, yeah, of course you gained 5 pounds. You know, your weight's gonna fluctuate anyway from eating throughout the day. But then B, you're building a lot of muscle, right? You just build, 5 pounds of muscle. It's not that you packed on 5 pounds of fat. It's that you just build 5 pounds of muscle. All right, that's why you're heavier. Look at what you're putting on the bar. Look how
scale only matters if you're competing.
Yeah, that's it.
It doesn't matter any other time.
If you're in a sport where you have to make weight, like that, that's the only reason.
Only time scale matters.
Yeah. You should ever have a scale around.
Only time scale matters. I have a scale, of course, but my scale sits under the sink in the bathroom.
Yeah, my slide's under the sink.
Because if I'm not competing, the only thing I'm worried about.
I don't want to even look at that motherfucker.
I don't want to look at it. The only thing I'm worried about is, do my love handles bulge or are they flat?
Yeah.
Like, other than that, I don't care.
I'm gonna tell you, all right, because I've been doing this, so long. I've been competing since I was 14, and working out, since I want to say I've been working out since my freshman year of high school. You know what I mean? So easily, 2 decades. Right. Like that. And I had my ups and downs and stuff like that, but I can honestly tell you how highly in tune I am with my body. That I can tell you right now, just right now, I've been sick and coming off my hamstring injury and stuff like that. I'm probably sitting around 175, 178. Just how my body feels right now.
Bro.
Okay.
I can look at my body and there's certain like veins that I can see. And if I can see them, I can tell you where Pause. But if I can see them, like there's one in my calf right here.
Are you sure that's where your calf?
Hey. But if I can see it, I say, oh, okay, this is how much I weigh. Yeah. If I can, and that's one of those things. So I went to a nutritionist, and he was like, man, it's amazing that you're that in tune with your body. Yeah. And here's another thing. Crystal will get there too, but Ellie's there. Ellie will look at my hands, and she can guess my weight within about 10 pounds. Within 5 pounds.
Big old fat
fingers. Just by looking at my hands, she could be like, oh, you weigh about this. Yeah. Because you start to see, like, you start to get accustomed.
Crystal makes comments. Like, it's not like she's like telling my weight, but she knows when I'm losing weight, babe. Because now she's changing the verbiage. All right, because at first she's like, flaquito, what that means in Spanish, skinny, like that. It's all like, her mom will, like, every time her mom comes in and like, comes to visit and stuff like that, and I'm getting ready for the tournament, she always calls me that. I'm like. So Crystal would like, no, mom, he's lean. He's leaning out. So she at first she would always call me skinny too. She's like, babe, you're getting so skinny. I'm like, no, I'm not getting skinny. Don't say that. I was like, skinny means that I'm losing muscle too. I'm like, nah, I'm leaning out. I'm trimming off the fat. But
that's one of the other things. She brought that up. Kind of going back. If you look at the marathon runners, yes, they're skinny, bro.
Yeah, bro,
they're skinny.
Again, let me go back to what I said about muscle. Muscle is a very expensive tissue.
Skinny,
all right,
bro.
Like that. Muscle is not conducive to have while you're trying to train for a marathon. Okay, like that.
It's pointless.
I'm like, yeah,
You're burning up way too much.
What was the guy's name? Calvin Kimpton. I think that's what he said. The record breaking marathon guy. Calvin Kimpton. Yeah, it was Calvin Kimpton. All right, ain't no way that dude's breaking that world record marathon freaking run that he did. All right, if he's having fucking 20 pounds of fucking muscle on him and shit. All right, and I don't look him up and see how much he weighs. Like that, I can guarantee you he's probably like 115 or something. 120, like that. But like muscle is a very expensive tissue. You know what I mean? And so for you to maintain the muscle, all right, like that is that you got to be active and make sure that you're feeding yourself. To make sure that you're staying to maintain that muscle. But then again, let's think about what muscle does. Because it is a very expensive tissue.
So you're not talking about this dude, Ulid Kipagich, who holds the record.
No, it's Calvin Kimpton.
Because this dude, this is just, he's got the record in the, he's kind of an older guy, but his height and weight.
Yeah. What is it? Bet you like 120.
5'6", 115.
115, that's what I said for Calvin Kimpton. Yeah.
Right.
Ain't no way that you're going to be weighing 190, 205, freaking solid muscle running a 2-hour freaking marathon. You know what I mean? Ain't no way. All right, so let me go back to what I said about, the muscle being a very expensive tissue. Like, yes, it takes a lot. It takes a lot for you to maintain it.
He's actually 134 pounds.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
is he taller or something like that?
5'11".
So that's about 4 inches taller.
Yeah, he's 6 feet tall, and he's under 150 pounds. Bro.
Yeah,
he's thin as wind.
Yeah,
and the wind can blow him over.
That experience, one gust of wind.
That's how it's probably. If he running into the wind, he's not winning that thing. But the wind is in his back. Yeah, bro, that's tall.
Yeah,
134 pounds, bro. But that's what you see out of those guys because I tell this to the big guys when we were getting ready for Worlds.
Yeah.
I was telling them, I was like, look, man, I was like, you're big. You have a lot of muscle. That means takes a lot of oxygen to feed those muscles.
Yeah.
So you can't sit here and be freaking out every 15 minutes and think that you're going to just be able to explode for 5 minutes, because the explosion that little guy can do for longer, it's because he doesn't have as much muscle to feed as you do.
Yeah.
He just doesn't. You have to be smarter about what you're doing, man. And some of them get it and some of them don't, man. But there's I'm not holding a marathon record.
Yeah,
on a scooter.
That's it.
Put me on a hover round, but not running.
Yeah,
no way, bro. There's no way.
And so, with as much as it takes to maintain the muscle, all right. Muscle itself, all right, like that, it burns a ton. Like if you just sit on the couch the whole day playing some video games like that, you know what I mean?
You mean today?
Yes, after this, all right. Friggin', all right. If you've gotten to a point, all right, in your fitness journey where you've built and made enough muscle, all right, and you just want to take a day off, all right, like that, I'm like, you're still gonna be burning a freaking a high freaking amount of calories just sitting on the couch doing nothing, you know what I mean? Opposed to freaking someone that's never trained and doesn't have not maintaining a lot of muscle and stuff like that. They're gonna burn less calories than what you would, and that's because muscle is a very expensive tissue, to maintain, and then on top of that, just for just maintenance wise,
it's like I'm stupid.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a Prius and a Lamborghini.
Mm-hmm.
The Prius at idle is going to burn less gas than the Lambo at idle.
Of course, yes.
It's the same way with same way with your body and your muscle. You got a lot of muscle.
Yeah.
That muscle's tuned, its work. It's just going to take a lot more to move yourself around, to move your body around. But and you got to get it, man.
And
you
since
need it.
We're going along this way right here, this is one thing, people just don't really realize, is that, they rely on cardio to really lose the weight, right? All right, like that, and for me with cardio, because cardio, you need more cardio.
I know what you're about to say.
You need more cardio, all right, to to keep maintaining the weight that you want to go.
Right.
And that shit is hard.
Right.
All right. You okay. You started out an hour of cardio in the beginning. Now you're gonna tell me you're gonna do an hour and a half of cardio now that you're plateauing. All right. And then now you're doing an hour and a half of cardio. And then now you're gonna do 2 hours of cardio because now you're starting to plateau on an hour and a half. Ain't no, my fucking legs are gonna fall off, bro.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Ain't no way that you're gonna do that. All right. Now let's think about freaking weightlifting. All right.
Right.
All right. You start out, it's very hard because people think cardio is just such an easy thing. You need very little no fucking equipment. You could just go out on the fucking street and just start running. That's what people really think,
Right.
But running is actually a skill that you have to really perfect and learn. You know what I mean? Why do you think people freaking that do run and stuff like that? They're always talking about their knees problems and their back
Whether
problems,
pronate,
their hip problems.
supinate, yeah.
People think they could just fucking go outside and just start running. All right, like that. Especially at 40, you never fucking done anything your whole life. All right, and now you're 40. All right, you work a sedentary job for fucking 6 to 8 hours. Now you think you can just go outside and start running?
Right.
All right, like no, like this is a skill set. You know what I mean?
Introduce shin splints.
Like that. Yeah, like you're gonna start to freaking really compile on those knee and those hip and those back problems. That you already had. Because you've never done anything, but now you think you can start to run like a marathon runner,
Right.
just because you bought some new fucking Brooks, $200 shoes. Like get out of here, bro. All right, like that. Start walking first. That's better off than fucking running. Okay.
Church.
Now, okay, let's think about the person that decides. You know what? I am 40 years old. Freaking, I do have knee, lower back problems, hip problems, whatever it is, shoulder problems, and then I've never worked out before. All right, it's gonna be a harder journey in the beginning. All right, to get
Right. yourself
yourself in there, it's going to be very intimidating in the gym, and put yourself under a bar or on a bench and stuff like that. All right, but the amount of freaking the longevity wise that you're gonna see throughout, when you start to hit those PRs and those peaks and freaking and things like that, when you start to really build muscle. All right, alongside of what the other benefits that you're gonna get, because it's not just strength, it's not just building muscle.
Right.
You're talking about mobility. All right.
Right.
You're talking about full range of motion. All right. Like that. I harp on my clients all the time. My biggest thing, for longevity wise, other than just building muscle, all right, and burning fat, and stuff like that, is that their knees and their shoulders.
Right.
Tell me right off the top of the head, when you, every day that you go through, that you're never using something that with your knees or something with your shoulders.
You absolutely have to.
So important, bro.
Absolutely have to.
I've been in the sling before. All right, freaking with my abdominal arm, because I got my right hand, so I'm right-handed, and I've been in the sling in the right side, and I've also injured and torn my rotator cuff on my left side. Right. So I've been there where freaking I couldn't use one of my hands, and like how frustrating that is. Bro. And how dependent you have to be on someone else to be like, hey, can you pick this up? And I've been there on crutches, tearing my ACL, my meniscus, and my left knee. You know what I mean? Like that, where I'm freaking had to kind of be dependent on people. Like it's just so frustrating. Right. All right. And that's in my early teens, in my early 20s, like that. So freaking, but now you're telling me you're 40. All right. And then like, you want to, you're not focusing on really strengthening up your shoulders. You're not strengthening up your knees. You don't want to build muscle, all right, to, like that. And then with that muscle build, it's going to really freaking be a lot more conducive to burn a lot more fat and calories down the road like that. Plus, it's going to be able to work on your mobility, your strength, your flexibility, all that, in place. All right. There's nothing that fucking cardio is going to do for you. All right. That's going to give you all those benefits of what strength training is going to do for you. And I'm not telling you have to be Arnold or Ronnie Coleman. Not at all. See, that's what everybody.
Definitely not Ronnie. Have you seen the latest video of Ronnie Coleman, bro?
Look at Ronnie Coleman. Yeah, it really is. He has, I believe, like 2 or 3 spinal fusions now. Yeah. Like that. So that's why he's like that. Yeah. But hey, lifting 800 pounds.
That's a lot.
Right. It's lightweight to him, but it's still, it did a lot on his body. But
I believe that people overlook the number one benefit to strength training, because everybody thinks curls for the girls, you squats, got to work the glutes, and that's what they're thinking about, but they're not thinking about what I believe is the number one benefit of strength training, and that is protection of your body.
Bro,
all you run.
You want to bulletproof your body?
It's damaging your joints.
Yeah,
it's all you're doing is you're banging your joints into the concrete repeatedly.
No. Because you're not even working on that skill set. You're telling me that friggin' Usain Bolt, all right? Usain Bolt, it just goes out, and, just because he's just God gifted and he doesn't practice on actually running. Bro. You know what I mean? No, that dude, it practices hours, 2, 3, 4 hour sessions.
Did you run track?
Yeah, but I was a long distance runner because I was slow.
Bro, I ran track.
Yeah.
And the amount of times that you run track and you just whole training sessions down in the blocks and the first 10 meters. That's it. You're not even running the 400.
Yeah.
You're not running. You're just running the first 10 meters.
Yeah.
We used to have the hurdlers. You have the hurdler stretch, which some people do with the leg and back and leg in front. But the hurdlers would just be walking, and they would be like doing this skip, and then they would just bring their leg over the bar. They're not even running. They're just bringing their leg over the bar. You running?
And for what?
Running
why
is not easy.
Why are they doing those stretches though? For mobility,
bro. You have to be able to move your body.
Yeah,
running is not. People think you can just get out and go. The way that you run. When I started running distance, right, I couldn't run, bro. I would get like a half a mile. Like, this is bullshit, because I spent all the time running track as a sprinter, which is on your toes and leaning forward. You can't run distance like that.
Yeah.
If you run distance like that, you won't get very far. So you have to change. It's body positioning and how you run, and your man. People don't understand the amount that goes into running.
So I'll tell you something, since you're putting that emphasis on the practicing of running and where the biomechanics are, when you're actually taking off in a full sprint and stuff like that, because essentially all running really is just you're just catching yourself,
Right.
Like that's really what it
right.
is, and so I just last week I just signed my oldest client ever, 90, bro.
Word.
Yes. All right.
Okay.
All right. And I can't be I'm so excited to work with her. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's such a delight. You know what I mean? And she gives me so much hope. You know what I mean? All right, like that. And so that initial workout with her, like, she did everything, bro. All right. She was standing up. It's like at her pace.
Right.
All right. Let's make. She's 90 years old. All right.
Lightweight, baby.
Yeah. But for her, bro, like it was a piece of cake. At her age, she was still doing it. She was still mobile.
Right.
All right. I had her doing squats, knocked it out. And squats for her just I had her on the bench and just standing up, sitting down. You know what I mean, like that. Like I'm just making sure every workout for her at this point is just to make sure that she can keep her independence, all right, without any type of assistance.
Right, that makes sense.
Like that. She doesn't have a cane. She doesn't have a freaking walk or anything like that. So like even when initially, because like the treadmills I have like that, it's a good little step up. You know what I mean, on the, like that. And she grabbed onto the handle. She freaking stepped up on her own self. You know what I mean? And she's never like, because the treadmills I have, they're the ball bearing ones like that, so self pedaling ones like that. It's not a traditional treadmill where you put the button and it's electric like that. So it took her a little getting used to it. A lot of people, even younger people like that, they've never been on it like that. It's like I gotta explain to them. It's like, if you've ever been on a skateboard, you kind of gotta really center yourself like that, find your balance. You know what I mean? Because if you're too far forward, you're gonna eat it. You're too far back, you're gonna eat it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like that. So she figured it out like that, and man, she was sweating, bro. She's never been on a treadmill like this. So got her going through our initial workout like that, and she was doing the squats. I got her on some band workout where where I'm gonna be focusing more on her shoulder. All right, a lot of everything is out in front. I want a little bit more flexible and strengthened and more mobility, more by her ear.
Right.
Like that. So that's very common. That's something that I could really work for her on like that. Pulling, pushing, with bands and things like that. And so, but my number one thing right now that I want to really focus on her, for strength training wise is building up her leg strength. you know, a little bit more, you know, and working on more isolating each leg, almost like step ups, like she's climbing up, because that's going to really help her, that motion of her bringing her knee up to step up like that. Because right now she's dragging her feet a little too much. And it's because she, you know, she's at the point where she's really leaning forward to get her momentum going forward, but she's not picking her knees up. All right. Okay. And so in our initial workout, I saw that and I was like, all right, well, let's focus on this. You haven't had a slip yet, but you know, in the future, I can already tell you that this is going to be a problem. And if you miss your step and because you're not picking your knees up higher, you know that, you could fall. And, you know, let's really prevent that. So I already have a good game plan, you know, a program that's going to be in place for her to really get those knees coming up as she's driving forward, walking, you know what I mean, to make sure that, you know what, like if she does have a misstep, her knee is still high enough where she can catch herself and not have that fall. You know,
that's funny because that's what, when, you know, my dad with his stroke, one of the things that we started that I work on with him is.
How old is he?
He's 73.
70. Okay.
But he's got one leg that's paralyzed and one that's not. So.
Is it completely paralyzed?
He's got, so there is muscle firing, but it's involuntary and for the most part. And when he can get it to move, it's very, very slight.
So and is it just the CNS is not really?
I think it's more neurological than actual physical.
Yeah.
But one of the things that I do with him, because he's working on independence, is much like you said with the squat. We sit down, and then you're just going to stand up. But when you stand up, you're not only working on getting muscle and getting strength in your good leg so that you can raise yourself up, but you're working on balancing so that even the leg that doesn't work that great is flat enough on the floor so that you can get up and get to a standing position.
Yeah.
And so, you know, we just kind of do that over and over and over and over again. And so, you know, it's, you know, you have good days and bad days with it and mainly it's a neurological condition. So that's the hard thing. But, you know, it's a lot of that. It's a lot of, you know, left arm doesn't work at all. Like it's like the hand is.
It's closed the whole time?
Yeah, sorry. It's closed and bent. So you're right. Now you're not only your right hand dominant, but now you have to be like right hand all the time. Like you can't even. So, you know, we have to do, you know, just light dumbbell work just so that you can be able to do stuff with your right arm. So,
I with that lady I trained her son is 70. So that's how I got her, because I was already training her son.
Right.
All right, and then he brought her in the other day and then ended up.
That's good, man.
Yeah,
that's good.
So I got a mother-son, you know, duel right now. Like
that's
that.
Good.
One's in 70, other one's 90, and like that, and like, you know, and they're impressive, man. You know what I mean? Freaking still, and it gives me hope. You know what I mean? Like that, you know, that there is, you know, that like, I like. If you talk to 2015 starting out trainer Eric like that, like I could tell you off the bat, like, nah, I just want to stick to young, you know, athletes and stuff like that.
Right.
That's not the case now. You know what I mean? Like I would trade 100 young athletes like that for a consistent 10 and freaking, you know, like middle-aged, late-age freaking clients. You know, they're more consistent. They really understand the value of what I'm trying to teach now, you know what I mean? Which is, you know, strength, mobility, flexibility, all that, you know, and so
prevention.
And then more importantly, they're gonna really apply it. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna have to freaking yell and argue freaking to them like that. Like, oh, you went out on a Friday night, you know, and drank all our freaking, you know, like nah, they're not that in their life no more. You know what I mean? Like everything is disciplined now. You know, they have a routine. You know, they're not gonna be going out. They don't give a shit nothing about FOMO. You know what I mean? Like nah.
I've done that.
Yeah.
I've done that.
Like I need to be asleep early so I can go to my training freaking, you know, session, you know, on time tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Bro, the me now and the me at 20, bro, I would just sit there and look at myself and shake my head like, this guy's a fucking moron, bro. This guy's a fucking moron.
You wasted all this potential.
Bro, when we used so right next to University of Houston, Central Campus, there's a McDonald's. It's a McDonald's. It's right there. It's been there forever, bro.
I lived on dollar menu my whole life.
Bro, this is better. It's a 24-hour McDonald's. In college, me and my boys figured out that at 5 o'clock in the morning, shift change. They throw all the burgers away. It was always like older black women working there at night.
Oh, here, honey, you can have them.
Bro, we used to, I'm talking about 3, 4, 5, 6 bags of Big Macs at 5 o'clock in the morning while we playing dominoes and got class the next day. And we would just sit and eat them, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, I don't know how my heart didn't like seize up when I was like 21. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, man, I would have.
You know, at that age, you could just eat that much processed shit and fucking bounce back and recover. You know what I mean?
Take a 2-hour nap, bro, and go for another 28 hours.
Like that. I remember when I was in the Marine Corps and stuff like that. 'Cause every morning, all right, they would always have a 4 a.m. freaking PT session. You know, whether it's company or battalion wide like that, like that. And it's because they did it for a couple reasons. All right, make sure to see who fucking doesn't have a damn haircut. All right, all right. Okay. If you show up freaking, in the squad, all right, and you like that, and you don't got no goddamn haircut, or you getting fucked up. You know what I mean? Like that. And then to see who the fuck went out on a Sunday, and drink, like that. And more likely, a lot of young Marines, they will go out on Sunday. They don't give a shit. You know why? You know what I mean? They'll go out until fucking like 1, 2 o'clock. Get their fucking quick, 3-hour nap, wake up, coffee, or a Monster or something like that, and fucking book it to fucking to formation.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then run a fucking 3 miles or 6 miles like that, easy. They don't give a shit. Like, you're fucking 19, 20. Like, you could do that shit.
Right.
Ask me to do that now. Fuck no, bro. I'm getting named JP. Right? Bro. Like that.
Going to sleep at 1 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah. And then on top of that too, let me, cause like they know they can stay out till like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, all right. And this is how business savvy these companies are, these around like the military base, all right, like that. Barbershops, all right, will be open 1, 2 in the morning, all right, and they will charge double the price,
right.
Like that,
because they know.
All right.
I know you need it.
Yeah, exactly.
I know you need it.
You're fucking you're drunk and you're hungover. You make sure you're stopped into the barbershop. Because at the time, back then, standard, haircuts were only $10. When's the last time fucking a haircut cost $10 now? You know what I mean? I'm like, now they're like 50, 60 and shit like that. All right, so they would double it and they'll probably charge like $20, $30. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like that 2 in the morning. So you go from the barbershop, get your haircut, go to the barracks, go crash out for a little bit like that, set your alarm to wake up, and then you're already in formation for fucking your 6 mile run and like that. Like bro,
that's crazy.
Smelling like a fucking bottle of Jack and shit.
That's crazy. There's no way. There's no way.
Hey, motherfuckers would do it, dude. It's crazy.
I mean, and I go to sleep. I generally do. I'm a late person, so I go to sleep pretty late. So, but if I'm gonna get up and be active and productive in a day, if I go to sleep at 1 o'clock in the morning, I'm gonna have to sleep until 7 or 8.
7 or 8. That's still pretty early for me.
I'm
if I
sleep till 7 or 8.
If I'm up, because typically I'm always usually up, until 12 o'clock. Typically,
right,
during the weekday, because I don't get out of the gym until 9, and so by the time I get home and settle in, shower, change, eat, and stuff like that, it's already about 10:30, 11 o'clock.
100%.
But my fucking brain is up, so I'm doing things, whether I'm playing the game or watching TV or fucking trying to finish up, work for the next day, whatever it is. Like, my brain is still on,
right?
You know what I mean? And I really try to wind it down as best as I can, but usually it takes about 12 o'clock for that to wind down, like that. So I've typically I wake up at freaking 8 9 o'clock, I'm freaking
Right.
getting up. If I'm not forced by Crystal to fucking go get Mateo out of the crib in the morning. You know what I mean? Because
Okay.
he 6:30 on the dot.
100%. Yeah, 100%.
Like that. So that's 2 hours before my fucking time. So
They don't give a fuck, bro.
Yeah, but if I'm up like 1, 2 in the morning, you best believe like I'm staying in bed until like 10, 12 o'clock.
Bro.
Like that. I'm fucking, I'm super lethargic. I don't want to do shit. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I have to, and that's the thing. Like kids, man. Jewel gets up. And she absolutely. I mean, it's 6:37 every day.
Mm-hmm.
Every day. Nope. There's no week. And the only good thing is she'll get up. She'll get out of the room. She'll come. She'll get into bed with us, and she may stay up for like 20 minutes. But if you don't like really acknowledge that she's up, she'll go back
be
to sleep.
eye to eye,
She's
like,
gonna be eyeball with you.
like that meme I sent you.
Yeah, bro. She'll be like, "Are you awake? Are you awake?" And every now and again she'll get, "Daddy, are you asleep?" But she'll just get up and she'll want to come and she'll come cuddle.
Mm-hmm.
But you still only got another 30, 45 minutes after that happens.
Yeah,
because she's gonna get it. She's gonna
she's
get
gonna
up
start
and get
getting
in.
like restless and shit.
Yeah, she gets up and then and Deuce, man, my guy, like he gets up.
Hey, you still need, he's still sleep training mode right now.
Yeah, bro, he's still.
I be looking at Crystal sometimes. I'm like, man, there's no off button on this motherfucker.
Bro, I just need like a couple of minutes, man. Just give me a couple
Typically, all I really do is when I'm forced to wake up with Mateo is that I'll take him to the fucking little playpen in the living room.
Right.
All right, and then I grab the couch pillows and I grab the blanket, and I know there's nothing in the playpen that he can seriously hurt like that. Like that. There's nothing like that. So if he's crying or anything like that, that's probably maybe he fell and probably bumped his head on something like that, or he's just crying because he wants out. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm gonna instantly wake up. But typically I just go in there, let him just play. Like right now, we just celebrated his birthday. So this morning I woke up with him this morning. So we just celebrated his birthday yesterday.
Right.
All right. He officially turns 1 on Tuesday. All right. And so
y'all turn 1 on Tuesday.
Who? Huh?
Y'all turn 1.
Who turns 1?
He does.
Yeah, on Tuesday he turns 1. He officially turns 1 on Tuesday.
But your birthday's the same day though, right?
No, my birthday was Tuesday.
Okay.
December 5th is my birthday.
Okay.
His is December 12th.
Okay,
so
that's what I was like. Okay, that's what it is.
Yeah, like that. So we celebrated this Saturday, little like
Joint
that. So
birthday.
for the rest of our lives, we're gonna celebrate each other's birthday. All right. Don't come to my son's birthday party if you don't got a gift for me. All right. Okay.
Gotta push it.
Yeah.
Right. That's brand shit. I like Ninja Turtles too.
Yeah, exactly. Right. All that. So this morning I woke up with him. I was tired. We were killing bodies last night and stuff. So, but my wife freaking, right now she's going through it because she's pregnant again with our second son. All right. So I went in the playpen, put him in there, and he had all the balloons in there that from yesterday. So he would, he was having a ball with that. It kept him it kept him occupied for like a good another hour and a half until Crystal woke up and got him for breakfast like that. So I was just chilling to sleep. So I just grabbed the couch pillow like that, and I just know he's not gonna hurt himself. He's just only gonna whine because he wants out like that.
Right.
So
that happened the other day. I was with Deuce, and he woke up, and I was laying down, and I propped him up on his knees with his head on, his head here.
Mm-hmm.
He was there. And he likes to look at you, right? Like he likes to look at you and be engaged. And so it's there, and Ellie had gone someplace with Jewel. I didn't realize it, bro. I fell asleep, right? Mm-hmm. But dude let me sleep for 45 minutes. Like he was up, he was on me, he was like looking at me. And so I was sleeping. He didn't give a shit. He was there, and we were just in the bed.
I feel you, Dad. Go ahead, take this time off,
bro. I was like, God, I needed that, bro.
Hey, y'all be putting some soul glow in his hair. that shit is shiny, bro. Them curls, bro.
Bro, Ellie put all she's man, the dude, man. He's got hair just like my dad, bro. But he's just. She, a little shea butter. But we were talking, bro. He's just so chill when he wants to be, but when he doesn't want to be, bro.
Last night, like you could tell he doesn't like to be handed off. You know, what I mean? He likes his mom. Like a lot of people like that because he's a little chunk. You know, so everybody wanted to get at him and hold him and stuff like that. And like my wife, he hold him, cried. Yeah. My brother Lalo tried to hold him, cried. You know what I mean? I was like, you know, but babies know that shit. You know what I mean? Because if they don't sense you or smell you, you know what I mean, like that. Like if it's not you or Ellie, like that. Yeah, that sense of fear starts to set in. They're like, nah, I don't want to be here. You know what I mean? Like that. And I was like,
he does pretty good with good with close family members, but you know the same way Mateo does. Like close family member. Well, he's older now.
Mateo's he's super social, bro.
Oh,
you know
really?
what I mean? Yeah, like since as little as I'll probably say like 3-4 weeks since he's been out and stuff like that. Like Crystal, like, well, I part this on Crystal and then her mother and sister, because like, you know, freaking they would always just, let me hold him and let me hold like that. They'll always pick him up and hold him and stuff like that. And it was not just me and Crystal only handling them,
right?
You know, like that. You know, and so like he's really grown fond to that, and he loves just being with other.
Bro, he's got
people.
the salsa socials in his blood though, bro.
Yeah, that little wiggle,
bro.
Little wiggle in his.
When you posted that video, he was like walking sideways. I was like, oh shit! I was like, this dude. Yeah. But he's walking, bro. So it's it's action.
It was on my birthday when he took his first steps, man. And like in the morning, he was still kind of assisting himself up, and then started walking, and he was only taking about like 8 to 10 feet. But then freaking later on that afternoon, bro, he was just popping up. He was springing up, you know, from the floor, you know, like from a lunge position, squatting up, you know, like that, and then walking. And then now, like, bro, like these last couple of days is like I'm still not used to him just getting up and walking. You know what I mean? Right. It's just such a weird thing now. You know what I mean? And then that motherfucker is taking off from like our back room all the way to the kitchen, bro, which is like a good 30 feet. You know what I mean?
It's on now.
Yeah.
It's on now.
Yeah. And like right now he has 3 bikes. You know, freaking I bought him a bike, right, you know, like that, and I bought him a pretty, you know, crazy little fucking bike. This thing looks like it comes out of fucking the movie Tron.
Okay.
Like that. I'll show you a picture of it. And freaking, and then my brother bought him a bike like that. It's a little bit basic, you know, I'm not gonna say nothing. It's a little basic. But you know, it's a beginner bike, you know what I mean? And then also one of Crystal's friends also got him the same exact bike, you know, like that. And so let me see if I can find this thing. This thing is it's called Early Riders. Early Riders. I saw this and I was like, man, and the reason I really bought it is because I saw the hand placement and the handles. Right. Like that, it's a natural grip to a baby toddler. You know what I mean?
Okay. Early Rider. Instead of up like this, it's like kind of like A-Range.
Like you're gonna see, it's off to, and then bro, and like if once he like sits into it, like freaking check this thing out. Like he sits into it like that. Bro, don't tell me that they don't look like some Tron.
Yeah, it does, bro.
And he sits into it, like it really leads him in forward. You know, like into it like that. So, and right now, like he's getting real frustrated, you know, because he wants to ride on these bikes.
Right.
But the thing is that, you know, he's barely getting used to standing up walking. Now what you know, these bikes are like, so now he has to widen up his stance, but it's meant for him to kind of sit in and push off the feet.
Right.
And he doesn't understand that just yet. So like he's pushing the handlebars forward, but he's not walking with it because it's weird for him to walk.
Right.
So he can't keep up, like, you know, like that. Like
he's like just sitting up and just sitting still.
Yeah, so he's getting real mad because he wants to be on it, but like he doesn't know how to walk with it under him. You know what I mean? So I think in the next like probably like 3 to 4 months he'll understand.
Nah, bro, it'll take way
another
less
month,
time than that.
like another month from now,
bro. You're gonna blink. We got Jewel her tricycle. And she got on it, and we're like, this is what you have to do, and you put your pedal, and she pushed it once, and then she was like, why isn't it still going? And then she pushed the other ones, like, why isn't it still going? Bro, she came power sliding around the corner like a week later, bro. I was like, what just happened?
Like a skid in that.
It's like, oh my God. And it's it just because they really do, like, they're sponges, bro. They get it so fast. It just, once they realize what it is,
I would get that if he had like another baby friend that was doing it and he could watch.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because he's a big absorber. You know what I mean?
Bro,
so like if he can watch, I'm sure he would get it a lot earlier. But there's not another like that. So we'll help him out for sure.
Week,
like
bro.
that. Yeah.
Like a week. Like,
okay. All right.
Because he's gonna keep trying.
Yeah.
And he's just his little brain, like, he doesn't really have anything else to do. This is occupy his brain except except to get. That's good, man. That's really good. But
sure.
that's what. But when they start, bro. It's great, bro.
Yeah.
Great.
And this is gonna lead in. So next week I do want to get into this. I was having a great conversation with one of my clients the other day, and she has 2 younger kids. She has a 13-year-old, and then she has a 5-year-old.
Okay.
Like that, and the mother, like the kids kind of come in and like they do the workouts with her while she's working out sometimes, and then sometimes they're like, "Mom, why are you working out so long?" You know what I mean? Like that. So like I try to really get them incorporated and stuff like that. And so next week I want to jump in like that and have a topic about how the important words that you should and shouldn't be saying around your kids. All right. And so so next week, guys, tune into that. About the important words,
language,
the language. All right.
Language.
And there's one particular word that I feel is the worst, all right, in the vocabulary, worse than any cuss word that a kid can say, and stuff like that. So you got to be very in tune and aware of what you're saying around your child. So
100%.
Next week, please tune into that.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
Great
That's
topic,
gonna be good.
like that.
That's gonna be good.
The conversation that we're having with the kids, was even though it was a 5-year-old and a 13-year-old, like that is like, what do you want to be?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that. One of the girls was telling a firefighter. You know what I mean? She's only 5 years old. She's telling me she wants to be a firefighter. You know what I mean? I'm like, what?
Right.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, but she watched Paw Patrol, so one of the dogs
Chase
on there.
Chase.
Yeah.
Chase is the firefighter.
I don't
Chase
even
is
know.
the cop.
That's all. That's your level right now. So, I don't know just yet. We're still on Miss Rachel. All right, we're not too much on Paw Patrol. All right, like that. Okay, and then the other one wanted to be a fashion designer. All right, like that. So
okay.
I was like, hey, do it. You know what I mean? And the conversation only happened because me and the client were talking about, like, what do you want to be? You know what I mean?
Right.
What did you want to be? You know what I
Right.
mean? And she wanted to be a photographer. She wanted to take pictures. Yeah. And her mother was telling her no, or said no. You know what I mean? Like that. And so that's what, really got into the conversation with the kids, because the kids were around. They were, doing the workouts. And then we just started, like, I don't want to raise nobody else's kids, but, I just kind of want to involve them in and, like, just let the mom know that, like, hey, they're watching you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they're listening to all your words. So next week, guys, all right, like that, stay in tune. I think there's going to be a great conversation, for parents and like that. And, and so... And one of those things. All right, before we head out, man, like, all right, so we're talking about New Year, new me. Okay.
New Year, new me.
All right. Stay away from cardio, guys. All right. Cardio serves its purpose, but it's not going to be, all right, the end all be all for fat burning. All right.
Do the reverse. People should do the reverse that they do with cardio now.
What's that?
What a lot of people do is they'll do 2 days of weightlifting, 5 days of cardio. do the inverse. Do like 5 days of weightlifting, 2 days of cardio.
And 2 days of cardio.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the one that means more.
Yeah,
do that one. I prefer HIIT workouts personally.
No, high intensity workouts, are a great supplement like that, but they can be easy abused.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, like that, because it quickly turns in from a weight training workout right back into a cardio, right back into a cardio workout with weights. You know what I mean, like that, and it really misappropriate what the workout is for.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah,
so
I can see that too.
I wouldn't recommend that all for beginners. I'm just talking to the masses for the beginners and stuff like that. But cardio is not the answer at all for weight loss and fat burning. You're gonna lose weight fast, and it's gonna be easy. But just like the cliche says, anything that comes easy doesn't last long. Anything that freaking comes, hard is gonna last forever. You know what I mean? Like that. So, if you want to do it right and make sure that you really change, your life for longevity wise, all right, build muscle, all right, like that, it's going to be a lot more beneficial down the road, all right, and you're going to practically bulletproof yourself, you know, when
That's
you
what
get
you
older,
That's what
you
you
know,
wanna
like
do,
that
bro.
from any other, you know, to prevent any other injuries, you know, when you really start to get up in the age, you know, like that, you know, whether you're slipping and falling, or, you know, having a misstep like that, trying to freaking outrun, you know, your son or your daughter, you know, freaking in a little freaking, like, because that happens all the time, you know,
Bro,
like,
you
like
have a
little
son and
race, you know what I mean?
you have a son and I have a son, bro.
Yeah.
There's gonna come that time
Yeah.
when Mateo and Jules are gonna be like, I'm the captain now.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
Where they're gonna challenge you physically, you know.
No, you're not.
Yeah. You know.
No, you're not.
I'm gonna beat you to the car, you
Yeah.
know, and you take that step and yeah.
No, you're not. I will give you the reins one day, but you're not taking them.
Yeah, I'll give you the reins.
I will give you the reins one day.
I got a message from because I forgot what episode we were talking about this, like that. And my friend messaged me this morning actually, and he was like, "Bro, I just dusted my freaking son in Mario Kart." Hashtag he will never win.
bro, I'm just telling you, bro.
Yes.
I will give you the reins one day, but you're not taking them.
Yeah. So, you know, again, guys, with that, all right. So let's take it to the other side now, all right. How long do you think you could last? All right, freaking in the bed, absolutely.
3 minutes.
3 minutes.
Wait, what are we talking about?
I was 3.5. Best minutes of my life. All right, like that. All right. In the bed, absolutely doing nothing. How long do you think you can last?
Like you mean like
For
nothing?
for a prize. This is for a prize. In a bed, absolutely doing nothing.
No TV, no nothing.
You could just have your phone.
Can you go to sleep?
You can go to sleep. Yes.
Oh, what?
That's all you could do. You just laying in bed with like that. You know, like that. You. So all right.
I probably would say honestly, probably 7 hours. Because that's one sleep session.
Just okay. So a minimum of 7 hours. All right.
Yeah, like I lay in bed, you know, look at my phone for a little while, fall asleep. 7 hours, 8 hours tops.
Mm-hmm.
But then I'm, you know, I'd have to. Like, I got to get out of bed.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta get out of bed. I can't even sit. I can't even sit in the bed and just watch TV.
Yeah. I get so restless, you know.
I don't know.
Like on a Sunday morning, because that's probably the only time I really have to myself where I don't have to get up and go train or do a competition or anything like that. Because
Right.
like Saturdays, you know, typically I got to get up, teach and train, all right, or do a competition if that's the case.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that. Sundays like usually my only time.
Lazy day.
Like I could kind of like stay in for another 3 hours if I'm not waking up with Mateo.
Right.
So like usually, because my body, my circadian rhythm's already freaking in tune to waking up about 8:30, 9 o'clock. You know what I mean? Usually I'm already up at that time, but I really don't want to get out of bed, so I'll probably stay into bed for like 9:30, 10 o'clock.
Right.
And I'll watch TV. But then like just like one episode like that, I'm like, nah, I need to get the fuck out of bed.
I gotta do something.
All right. So the reason I asked you like that, all right, they had a competition, laziest person competition. All right.
Stop, bro.
This lasted over 3 weeks.
What?
All right. 20 people. All right. Did absolutely nothing. All right. To try to compete for $1,000 and have the title of laziest person.
$1,000?
Just for $1,000, bro.
Bro, you know how much money I could make in 3 weeks, bro?
That's how lazy these people are. They rather do nothing for 3 weeks and win $1,000 than be more productive and probably get $3,000. You know what I mean?
My God.
And so yeah, these people here, yeah, they some of them have laptops, have a book, they have a phone like that, but they cannot do nothing but just lay down and do nothing. If they sit up, they're disqualified.
Oh no!
You know,
There's no way.
Yeah, if they try to like move their legs and pump their legs like that, they're disqualified.
There's no way.
Like
There's
that.
no way.
All right,
No, I couldn't do it.
that is crazy. And it says too like that this competition usually freaking held outdoors under a tree, but because the weather freaking was bad, they brought them all into a trailer, so they were just all in there on a bed in a sack like
Everybody talks about what the importance of stretching is, right?
that. Yeah.
Right. bro, I stretch. Like when I'm laying in bed watching TV with Ellie, I'll be stretching. Like I will literally lay in bed and be stretching, pulling, hamstring stretches, just stretching in bed because I'm not doing anything else. I'm just laying in bed. So to just have to lay in bed and not move.
Yeah.
Like just like
So I'm
look
looking
at
at
your
it.
phone
I'm looking
idly,
at it
bro.
more. All right. Every hour they have a 10-minute freaking restroom break. All right. And they can only sleep for 8 hours. They have to be up for the other 16.
There's no way, bro.
Yeah.
There's no way. There's no way, bro. 16 hours of doing nothing?
The winter freaking lasted for three. I can't even imagine 3 weeks just in bed for 3 weeks.
Bro, I can't imagine 16 hours of doing nothing. like a solid day.
Yeah, like you gotta get some push-ups in or something, bro. Like look at the people in prison. You know what I mean? Like that. You know what I mean?
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
I don't know how lazy you have to be to fucking go 3 weeks on just doing nothing.
Here's the thing,
especially for $1,000, that's not a lot.
They probably are so fucking lazy that somebody enrolled them in the competition. Because if you're that fucking lazy, that you could just
you probably didn't even do it for yourself.
You didn't even look for it for yourself. You like, man, I ain't gonna do shit.
Oh man, I was like
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
That's a fucking month.
Doing nothing.
Laying in bed.
Yeah, just
on your back
like that for a G.
Going to drop a deuce and then come back.
It doesn't even pay like your monthly bills. $1,000.
$1,000, bro. There's no. I'm not doing it.
Hey,
that's some lazy shit.
Yeah. Well, you got people on this earth like that.
That's some lazy shit.
Yeah, it really is. That's why they got the title laziest person.
God.
Right?
I've seen those. It's not a challenge, but they always ask questions. Could you survive without your phone for a month? And
have you ever gone like anywhere without your phone? Like, have you gone on vacation or like that?
Bro, not just in 20 years, bro.
Without your phone.
Nah.
Right? And like because why? Because you're on the call for your work.
Mainly because of work.
All right, I'm gonna tell you right there. All right, I thought the same thing like that. Why wouldn't you want to ditch your phone other than work related stuff? Why wouldn't you want to ditch your phone? What is your concerns of disconnecting?
My main concern with disconnect. Well, it would depend on where my family was. So like it would depend on where my family.
Let's just say
if we were on a family vacation.
Yeah, let's say you're on
I wouldn't give a shit about my phone.
You wouldn't give a shit, bro. It is the most blissful thing ever, and I've done it. Okay, this was I want to say back in 2015, 2016. All right, I went to a friend's wedding, and I was there for a good week. All right, like that, and in West Virginia. All right, this is in Virginia, so in the mountains of Virginia.
Ooh,
all right, like that. Yeah, it was really nice, very nice. All right, very serene. All right, freaking lot of trees, a lot of hills like that, and the service there was shitty. If you weren't in the in their home where the Wi-Fi was connected, I'm talking about like you couldn't. It's not like around the house. No, you had to be inside the house.
Right.
All right, to get connection with the Wi-Fi. You know what I mean? Your phone's not working anywhere at all. And at first, like it kind of freaked me out. The first day I got there, I'm like, "Fuck," I can't text this girl, freaking that I'm talking to, freaking, I can't just, like it was just weird. I can't just like scroll on my Instagram, like that. Freaking, it kind of like freaked me out for a little bit. Like, man, I'm not in tune with freaking like. And then like after a while, because I was there with my buddies, we're there for the wedding and stuff like that. Friends I haven't seen in a while like that. Like I totally forgot about my phone. Matter of fact, I got so irritated. I was like, man, fuck it, I can't use it. I just left it freaking behind, in the apartment that I was sleeping at.
Right.
Like, in the hotel I was sleeping at, like that. And for that whole week, because I was completely disconnected. Like I totally forgot about my phone, everything like that. And I was able to like really embrace everything around nature and stuff like that. In the wedding I feel like I just didn't have any fucking problems, you know what I mean?
Bro.
And like I would strongly recommend anybody, that if you can do that, fucking do it and do it often.
So
you know what I mean?
So unplugging is great.
Yeah.
So I made the switch, so I'm not working with the DA's office anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And with the DA's office, I had the phone that would ring whenever somebody got shot.
Yeah.
So if somebody got shot, the phone would ring.
Yeah.
I haven't been there for a little over a month now.
Yeah.
And the other day, I met up with a buddy of mine, and I was like, "Hey, yeah, what's up?" And he was, catch me up on the cheese, man.
Mm-hmm.
And he was telling me about all these shootings and stuff, and I was like, "Bro, you don't know how relaxing it is to not have that information all the time, bro.
It really
like,
is.
Like, like just sometimes, and I'm telling you, like you just said, if it weren't for, like you now, if Crystal and Mateo were with you,
Yeah.
you know, I'll catch up with Lalo later.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if my family's with me, I'm not, because.
Bro,
I hate the phone so much.
I seriously thought, after that vacation and I got home, I seriously considered fucking, swapping over my phones and getting away from an iPhone and just going back to a traditional like flip phone or something like that.
Bro, I've thought about that too.
Like with nothing, with any type of internet on. No, I just want a super
Standard
basic
phone,
fucking phone, like that. I don't need none of that analog shit, nothing like that, nothing screens or not. Like I really, if it was, and then when I got back, I was like, I can't really do that because I own my own business. I need a freaking. I have my job revolves around content and social media and stuff like that to promote my business like that. Like, and I can't really do that to myself. As much as I really want to.
Bro, I've had that thought a million times, bro. A million times. If I could just have a phone that would ring.
Yeah.
And you can answer it.
Yeah.
I'm not even too big on caller ID. Just a phone that would ring.
I need some caller ID.
I'm just gonna hang up on you. I'm like, oh, what? Click.
Yeah.
But the thing that makes it really hard is the convenience is, I can check my email from my phone.
Yeah.
So the things like that you have to do is like,
I'm like, fuck emails, bro. Like if I don't want calls and stuff like that and limit myself like that, I don't want emails either. So
bro,
I'm like,
if it wasn't because there have been days when I've been on the highway, freeway ride, the phone will start ringing. I'm like, man, I just want to roll down the window and chunk that motherfucker. Just
if this phone didn't cost $1,000,
bro. I'm just thinking. I just don't want the money. Like, just please, because you can't. Because it's the worst thing. It's the worst thing, and it really. I think it happened to a lot of people during COVID. I think people really realized it. Is working from home is amazing, right?
It's
amazing.
very convenient.
It's super convenient, except when everybody's working from home and you're always at home, there's a true disrespect for your personal space. It's like, bro, it's 8:30 at night. Why the fuck are you calling me about work? Like, leave me alone. But everybody's working from home. Yeah. So everybody's at work.
Yeah, they think work is 24/7 now, because they can just get up and start working whenever they want. You know what I mean?
And it's just like, fuck this phone. And so, bro, it's a pain in the ass, to be honest.
No.
But if I could unplugging. I would love to unplug.
Unplug whenever you can. All right, get out of the matrix. All right,
go
unplug.
Off the grid.
Yeah, go off the grid. All right, whenever you can. All right, take those vacations on purpose to unplug. You know what I mean? I think that's a real more important thing for sure. You know what I mean? Because obviously you can't get away from it. Not in today's society at all. Like that. But like
you can take a staycation and unplug.
But take personal time.
Yeah,
take personal time to unplug.
Like,
you know what I mean? And like, don't fall into the trap of like, oh no, I need to see what my friends are doing. You know what I mean? Shit like that, or or whatever it is. I got to show everybody that Mateo's riding the bike in a week.
What is it called?
What's that?
So some people take those social media breaks, where they just get off social media for a little while. I think those can be helpful, bro. Because social media sucks up a lot of time in our lives that we really.
The creator of the endless scroll, he said that that was the worst thing he ever created. You know what I mean? Like that when you're just always endless scrolling like that. Right. He said that was the worst thing he ever created. He wished he never. It's so crazy that you hear a lot of inventors or creators and stuff like that like invent something that's so revolutionary, to modern day, and stuff like that, and then like instantly after they see the impact of what it caused over a long time like that, they're like, I wish I never did that. Like that. Yeah, it's just crazy.
Most of the time.
Yeah, a lot of them say that, time, like, for sure. Time, like the Keurig guy, that freaking instant coffee and stuff like that in your home like that. He committed suicide, or I think he committed suicide or something.
Word.
Like that. Yeah, you gotta look it up like that. I think he committed suicide, like that. Because he hated all the pollution or something like that that it caused from all those little K cups and things like that. Yeah. Look it up. Why are you looking that up for sure? All right. All right, guys. All right. Again, end of year is here now. All right. 2023 is out the door. 2024 is around the corner. All right, for those ones that are going to be posting that new me, new year, all right, like that, stay true and really freaking new you, all right, and stay away from the cardio if you really want to prove it. All right, freaking. There's nothing better, to really solicit a better change in your physique. All right, how you feel, how you sleep, how the diet, uh, um, you know, um, you know, of your activity, of your energy, throughout the day, than weight training itself. All right. All the males out there, you're starting to get up in age. All right, look into all those supplements that we cover, from ashwagandha, lion's mane, horny goat weed, moringa powder, and shilajit. Those are great additions to your supplement lines. All right, in addition to what you're already doing. All right, for sleep, nutrition, all right, water, and exercise itself. If you're not doing those things, guys, again, it's not going to be a benefit for you at all, like that. And also creatine, guys, those are always the number one thing as well, when you're really looking to take your health and your fitness and wellness to the next level, all right, to really get a different edge, of where you're at, and break through plateaus if you're working through that, for sure. All right, any closing thoughts?
Bro, he's still alive.
Is he?
John Sullivan, the maker of the K Cup, but he sold his interest for $50K.
Yeah,
and was like, "I'm out. Like, leave me alone. I don't like this." He said he didn't like it. He said he thinks it's way too expensive.
I thought he committed suicide.
He said he doesn't like that. He really like. He just doesn't like it. He says, he really doesn't like it, and it's
Yeah, everything was just the amount of pollution that it created and stuff like that. Yeah, I knew he hated the product that he created, even though he made millions of dollars off of it.
I think that when we start talking about the new year, new me, we're looking at it the wrong way. Mm-hmm. Like if you're deciding that you want to make a change in your life, like that change should not come with the new year. It should be what you say today. And what I say, which is, if you just do a little bit better today than you did yesterday, little bit better today than you did yesterday. Yeah, maybe yesterday you it was supersized and you ate all the fries. Yeah, and today you ate half the fries.
Now it's a medium combo.
Now it's a medium. Yeah, just a little bit better. You'll gradually get there, because when you do the new year, new me, you set yourself an unreasonable goal, because you're going to lose 60 pounds in the first 3 months of the year. It'll never happen. No. Not without like somebody lopping off a leg. Yeah. It'll never happen. And then you end up not seeing the instant gratification, and then you're in the same cycle again next year. You just want to give yourself small little bites, pun intended, but small little bites to accomplish, and then you'll get down the road. If it's that you eat out every day at fast food places, minimize the bad. Stop. What? I'm gonna cook tonight. I'm gonna cook 2 nights. I'm gonna cook 3 nights, and just little by little by little, and you'll take those small chunks, and then you'll see that come this time next year, it really will be a new year. It really will be a new you, because you will have changed your lifestyle. You will have changed the things that are important, not just purchased a membership to the gym that you paid for a year, but you only went for 2 weeks because you thought you were going to lose 45 pounds in 15 minutes. Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah. Right. All right, guys. Until next time, I'm Eric Valdez alongside Joel Johnson. All right, this is Sweat Equity, guys. Boom. You can find us on YouTube on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. All right, look us up on Instagram. Hit that follow, guys. All right, freaking on Instagram is SweatEquityHTX. All right, and again, guys. All right, if you're new to the show, all right, hit that like and that subscribe. All right, or if you like the content that we're giving, guys, all right, share it with a family and friend for sure. All right, until next time, guys. We'll see you then.